What is up, guys? So today I just want to release a pretty quick video on my thoughts on the Iron Fist rework. So I'm currently a Celestial 1 slash Eternity player, fluctuating between there. Now, since the rework came out, before it came out, I was in Eternity, and after it came out, I fell down to lower C1 and upper C2. And I've been struggling to get back to Eternity. And I've been trying to figure out and try all these different playstyles. And I know a lot of Iron Fist players. Some have maybe gone up after the update, and some have maybe gone down. My overall opinion on Iron Fist is I do not like the changes at all. I thought I would. I spoke in some of the communities that I was happy to see these changes before they came out. Now that they are here and the damage values are kind of realized, and you could see the actual impact it makes on your ability to make plays, it's pretty disgusting. Because before, you could get so much value by playing really, really well. And the problem is I don't think Netties liked how you had to play so well to get that value. But it was a formula that Iron Fist players started to get used to, of jump the back line, go back to the... And then if the supports and the DPS peel, blah, 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 you go back to the front line and you rinse and repeat. Eventually, you'll get a nice pick on the support. You jump to support, and when you're blocking, you give a quick peek to see if anyone's going to catch you. If no one's going to catch you, you can burst down the support. You can't do that anymore. You take a quick peek, and then you start bursting the support. You're not going to kill them because you do no damage. And it's so heartbreaking because that was how you could get so much value, is by yes, it was hard. It was still a bad character. He was a bad character. And maybe he's technically better now because you don't feed 20 deaths every game. You can actually skirmish. And so from that perspective, he probably feels more like a overall balanced hero because it's not extremely... Your downtime is minimized by a lot. You can actually stay in the fight for a long time. That's how they want you to play now, and that's how I have been playing. And because you could stay in the fight for a very long time, for the whole duration of the team fight, with only momentarily going behind a corner to meditate if you know you're going to get blown up without it. But overall, the changes are pretty bad. Like, it's so much harder to get value now because you don't do anything. Like, what do you even do? You skirmish. What if they have a hella Hawkeye setup and you need to do something about them? Your team needs to do something about them. You can't. You can't dive them. You can't, like a Psylocke, peek the corner and then shoot them and then go when they turn. You can't do this. You have to full commit in, and then they all turn to you, and you can't kill them. You block, and you have to go back to the front line now, or kick out. And now you have to wait for all your cooldowns, because you can't just go back in on the Hella Hawkeye and start kicking. They'll just shoot you. And so, depending on what the enemy team has, it's extremely difficult. And now that we're starting to see more Hella and Hawkeyes, I'm starting to see a lot more. It's the meta is now poke. It's going back to poke. There's so many Hella Hawkeyes now. And this is very, very bad for Iron Fist. People thought Namor was bad, and I agree with the Luna team-up. Namor without the Luna team-up is way easier to deal with, in my opinion, than a good Hela. Because a Hela can destroy your entire setup. You get a good angle, you start jumping down, she peeks up, especially because she has an infinite range bug right now. And so she just shoots you, and you just take so much fucking damage. The actual value you get is so low on this character. You're like a Mr. Fantastic, but you actually die quicker than him. Because you could just jump because you have to full commit. At least Mr. Fantastic has a little bit of range. You have to get in the face of the tank, and you can blow up so fast. Then you block, and you have to... It's a character you have to try so hard to get value out of. You, like, what I've been doing is you jump in, you jump on the tank, and you try to rotate behind them as you're blocking so you can maximize the damage you take to get full shields. So then I look at my health bar, I'm like, okay, I got 500 health. I'm going to pound the tank for a bit. And it's crazy how fast that depletes. It depletes so fast because you're so easy to shoot. You're not moving when you're attacking, especially with your flurry punches. You're just standing there. You're not like a tank that has a shield or maybe behind cover that's shooting. You are standing directly in their face. Yeah, you have 500 health, but you have 4 people in their backline shooting you, and you're not getting heals because of your positioning and your small hitbox. You just get blown up, and then you have to retreat. And you don't really do much. It feels like most of the game Most of the time you're playing, it's you just trying to create space for another DPS to actually do something. It's so sad because to me, this character, it feels like it lost what made it fun. What made it so much fun. I'm trying so hard to enjoy the character. I'm trying so hard. But it's just not fun anymore. And look, I've been going back up to C1, and like you could win games on Iron Fist. You just need to realize, it's just you need to put in so much more effort and looking at what your team comp is, what the enemy team comp is. Some team comps you can't even play Iron Fist. If they run triple DPS, like you're gonna run Iron Fist into that, you just can't. Like sure you could win, but they have to be really bad. It's terrible. Like there are certain comps now that are unplayable. Like if they have a Hela, before you could have picked out the Hela, you could have harassed the Hela. You could have you see the Hela in a high ground position. You could have got them at an angle and won that 1v1 with a good block timing. Now you can't. You get a good block timing. You do such little damage. The Hela will have enough time. They will have enough time to get back to their team. It's really bad, and the problem is like, oh, your left click, your actual basic left click does more damage to a squishy because of the combo than your flurry fists. So if you jump the Hela and she turns and hits you once, you have to block. So you have to give up your normal left click. Now you have to do your stupid flurry punches, which can't kill them. It's ridiculous. It's just the character is so unfun now for me that I've on a high rank. On low rank, I don't know. Maybe it's still very fun because you don't get blown up as easily. Because people, they don't all focus you as much. And so I'm sure if you're playing on a lower rank, you could probably still find a lot of fun out of this. Because the Iron Fist is just a very good character on low ranks. And so you could still find a lot of value. But I think once you get to probably GM and above, he's just not that fun anymore. And like for me, because like Iron Fist was like my heart and soul playing this game. It was the biggest reason I'm not really into competitive games. Iron Fist was just so much fun for me. It's like almost the entire reason I'm playing Marvel Rivals. I would say about 80% of the reason I'm playing Marvel Rivals was Iron Fist. And this character, it was just so much fun to play. It felt like your kit was bad, but it was so versatile. You could do so much with it. And so it felt like you're charting your own course in the game. I'm like, okay, there's a million different ways you can approach every fight. And you could really turn the tide by playing really well and landing a pick on a healer or landing a pick on anyone. You could land picks. You could do so well. Now it just feels like you can't do that, and it lost a lot of its touch for me. It's so sad. It's honestly, it feels kind of heartbreaking for me, what they turned him into. Like, I don't want to be a Mr. Fantastic. It got so bad for me, I considered maining Wolverine. Like, there were some games on day one where they would ban Iron Fist because people were scared that he was going to be like a Wolverine. I'm like, okay, I'll just play Wolverine. And it felt so much better. He's actually a good character. Like, and it's easy too. It's so easy to get value. You just position yourself behind the tank and jump them to your back. It's so fucking easy. Like, why do the devs have to make it to where he goes from borderline unpickable, except by one tricks, to borderline unpickable, except by one tricks? Like, that's the change they made. It's still unpickable. Unless you're a one trick, there's no reason you'd ever pick this character. It's just, there's no reason. There's no situation where, like, Iron Fist would be good into this. I'm going to pick Iron Fist. There's never a situation where someone that doesn't one trick Iron Fist is going to be like, I think Iron Fist would be good here. Because even now, on day one, the frequency of Iron Fists went up a lot. There was a lot of Iron Fists because they were trying it out. There's so many Iron Fists in ranked. A week after, that's why I waited on this review, by the way, is I really wanted to get a grasp on it. I wanted to see if I could make it work, and I wanted to make it work. I really did, because I love this character. I do. I love this character so much. And so I waited so long to make this video because I wanted to make it work. And so now a week later, I'm not seeing Iron Fist anymore. I'm not really seeing them. Maybe one every 20 to 30 games, I'll see one Iron Fist. And they end up switching off halfway through when they're losing, probably because their team's shitting on them, saying, why the fuck are you playing this character? It's just not that good. Like, for him to thrive, the enemy team just has to not know what they're doing. And he's still like that. Their changes did not fix what I think they were hoping for it to fix, was an improvement in high elo and reducing the oppression in low elo. It just didn't do that. It did almost nothing but make him less fun. Because now he's still only playable by one tricks or two tricks. Those kinds of players. He's still only playable by them. But the difference is now you can't land these plays that make you feel like it's worth it one-tricking him. One-tricking him now, it feels so unworth it. There are games where I'm like, where it's like we're losing so bad, and I'm trying so hard, it's like I can't do anything. There's nothing I can do to support my team in this situation. And like there's other games where we're winning so much, and I'm like, how much did I really do on Iron Fist? Like, I'm just making space for the other team to do the work for me. It's not fun anymore. It's really made me consider playing a different main, but I'm not going to let go of him that easily. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep playing, and I'm going to keep seeing how he is. But if I still can't enjoy it after probably another week, then I'll consider maining a new melee character, probably Magic, because she has such a high win rate and she got fucking buffed. Like, why the hell is Magic gonna get... Why are they so fucking scared of Iron Fist? I don't get it. Why? Why are they so scared of this character? Like, they're so scared. Like, I get it with something like Widow or Hawkeye. They're scared to overtune their basic damage because then they're gonna make... A sniper meta is the most boring shit. But Iron Fist is garbage. He's garbage. He's not like Widow anymore. He's not like Widow or... He's not like Widow, where you have one tricks that can literally go 30-0, just one-shotting everyone because they have good aim. Like, if you have cracked up, goated aim, you can play Widow and do crazy work. To do it on Iron Fist, you need to be a literal god, and even if you're a literal god, you still can't carry a lobby like a Widow could if they are a god. It's... Just buff the damn character. Buff the fucking character. Like, please, just give it a fucking buff. Revert these changes, lower my cooldowns, give me 300 health, and that's it. 300 health, lower my cooldowns, and revert all this. I don't want fucking HP damage. I don't need that shit. We do not need this shit. Revert all the changes. Lower block from 15 to, like, 12, or keep the... Yeah, lower it from, like, 15 to, like, 12. Do something with the kick. Like, you have to lower a kick. There's no fucking way our kick is on the same cooldown as a cloak bubble. 300 health, lower the cooldowns. That's it. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. And he's still not good, by the way. Even if you do that, he's more pickable now, but he's still not good. He's still only going to be one-tricked, even with those changes. I can guarantee you that. You make those changes of lowering both cooldowns, and you give him 300 health, he is still going to be played by 95% one-tricks. That's how bad the character is. It's so bad. It's so bad. And it feels like I'm working my ass off trying to make him work. There are some games where I'm like, you know what, fuck this character, and I play something like Moon Knight, or I play Wolverine, and it's like, it's so easy. The value is so easy. I'm supporting my team. It feels like I'm bringing something to the table. It just, I can't help but feel like I'm trolling the team by picking Iron Fist. Like, you're at the neutral, and they're poking, and like, you just have to jump in and tickle and jump out. It feels so bad. It's like my team is... They're trying so hard. Like, you can't really do much. You need a skirmish. You need your team... You need to force a skirmish. And even in a skirmish, a Wolverine would do better. Way better. It's so disappointing. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe. Turn on the bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everyone.